But it has been done in Texas where women are being jailed for seeking.
If we
you
legalize,
are just saying things that are not true.
Excuse me.
You're saying things that are not true.
If we legalize murder, will it go up or down?
We're not going to legalize murder because murder is not abortion, and that's the whole point of me being here. It's not. God gives women a free will to be raped by a man. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. Okay, but my point was, illegalizing it only hurts women. It has nothing to do with reducing the number of abortions happening. The only way we can reduce the number of abortions is increasing contraceptives and condemning rape, which no one in the GOP, or for this matter, half the people in the church don't even want to do.
Mind you,
they want to illegalize contraception.
If people go to prison for aborting their children, it will very much reduce the amount.
Does not work.
If
then
people
there would be less people
go
using drugs.
to prison for aborting their
What's
children,
the relapse rate of drug addicts after they come out of
prison? If people are prosecuted as murderers for killing their children and they go to prison, it will very much reduce the amount of abortions.
I disagree because that failed with the war on drugs.
We should make murder legal.
No,
because that's what abortion is.
So you think there will be,
I believe abortion
murders,
should be prosecuted as murder.
Okay, but having that stance just doesn't work.
It would work if we made it legal.
It didn't work with the war on drugs when we
So we should legalize murder.
I'm not saying we should.
Because
if you're putting words in my mouth.
If women who had abortions were prosecuted with the abortion as murder, it would reduce the number of abortions. It absolutely would, because no one is going to
go to jail for removing something from inside her that was dead. Why should she go to jail?
That's not true.
It has happened.
It is not true.
For you to say that it's not true, for you to say that it's not true is just wrong.
It is not true.
It's just wrong.
So what do you have to say about God killing babies?
What do I have to say about God killing babies?
Old Testament. We're quoting the Bible.
Yes, God is a just God.
And you know what? That's probably permanent press. That's cotton and polyester. You're wearing something that would get you stoned if we listen to the Bible. Everyone here is throwing stones at each other.
I know you have a misunderstanding of scriptures. I understand that.
We
are not under Old Testament laws.
You're cherry picking.
No,
when it benefits your political ideas, you're going to quote it.
Is that not part of the Old Testament?
That's what I mean.
I understand that it's part of the Old Testament. We're not under Old Testament law. I understand that. Because Jesus came, He died on the cross. The Old Testament law has been fulfilled. I understand how Scripture works.
I just have one question for you.
But you do not.
I have a question for you. If we illegalized abortions, and the only thing that happened as a result was that women were now no longer getting abortions in hospitals, and instead we're getting them in houses, warehouses, wherever they could, what would be the effect of that? Would there be less abortions and less murders? Or would there just be more dead women because they don't have access to evacuate what cannot exist
without their body? So if I don't want my 2-year-old anymore and I murder my 2-year-old,
that is ridiculous.
It is absolutely the same. It is 100% the same because it is a child just like a 2-year-old is a child. They should prosecute it in exactly the same manner.
My question was,
yes, there would be less abortions. There absolutely would be less abortions. Excuse me?
If the amount was the same.
Yes, there would be less dead women.
No, there would not.
They're absolutely, yes, it is true.
Then why did maternal childbirth deaths go up by 71% in Texas the year after it was illegalized? Because you don't care about them. You don't care about those women that are going through it.
If you're willing to murder your child yourself, there will be a consequence for that.
The consequence is doctors getting jailed for removing dead births.
The hospital wouldn't do abortions if it was murdering a child.
It is a child.
No, you don't go to the hospital and say, kill my baby. You don't go to the hospital and say
just because something evil is legal doesn't make it less evil.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
So if someone who had an ectopic pregnancy that had to get an abortion so that person could live, is that still murdering a child?
An ectopic pregnancy,
that woman?
Excuse me, I'm answering her. Can you excuse me for a minute? In an ectopic pregnancy, the baby is already dead and they're removing part of that too. So that is not the same as murdering a child within the womb.
But women are being penalized through the law. They're being penalized in states like Texas where it's now even the doctors can go to jail simply for
as-
removing something that's already dead.
No, that is not true.
No, it is true.
No,
It is true. And
not
for you to say that it's
true.
not true is
If
just
the
wrong.
child is dead, just as in the case of a miscarriage, you're not prosecuted and sent to jail.
No, that's
That is not
No,
true.
that's not true.
Yes, it is.
Are all the what if you wear a condom? Like, are you committing are you?
That's not a child. Okay, learn biology. I'm sorry.
So you
Oh,
decide.
but like the second you have sex, that's a child in your body, right?
Once the
That-
sperm and the egg come together,
Yeah.
then it is a child.
Okay,
That's
no,
biology.
Girl. Okay,
It's
but
not-
with that
yes,
same
it
logic,
is.
my point
Absolutely.
makes sense.
It has its own DNA
what
at
about IVF
conception
embryos that are no
Many
longer
times
viable?
have
Is that murder?
DNA.
that are no longer viable.
Right. Or like
Explain how they're not
get destroyed.
viable.
Like, let's say the power to a hospital goes out, they can no longer keep the refrigeration or whatever the tech
Yes,
it is to
they're
keep them
murdering
alive.
children.
Simply because they lost power? And then who does the blame fall to? Like,
I don't know. I don't
But
have
that's
an
what I mean.
answer
Do
for
you-
that
do-
because
but
we
you
live
You
in
don't
a
know
wicked.
what you're talking about.
but do you see how the punitive...
From the person that doesn't know how biology works.
Girl, I'm in
Okay,
health science.
That's what
Can
I
I
mean.
help?
Like,
Well,
what's your
they-
degree?
you need to
Ma'am,
get a
what's
better
your degree?
education then.
What was your degree?
Don't fucking talk to me
What
about
was your
biology.
degree?
I don't have
I know
a
because
degree in
none of you are
biology,
college
but I can
graduates. You're just
understand that
uneducated
sperm
people
doesn't make a
coming out here
baby all
trying to
by
compare
itself.
rape and abortion. You
But
don't
yeah,
even have a
I'm
degree.
using your fucking
I'm not
logic.
comparing
Like, you want to
rape
argue
and
shit
abortion.
like that?
No,
I'm gonna play
They
your
are
game.
both
You're gonna play
They
your
are
game.
both
If I don't know biology, you don't know the
They are
definition of the
both
word comparing.
evil.
So wait, let
They're
me tell you
both
how
evil?
In that
comparison
manner.
works. Let me tell you how comparison
In
works.
that
When
manner,
you say rape and abortion,
yes.
and is
You
that
came to the
comparison
wrong
In that
actually-
manner,
This is literary.
Yeah, you wanna-
in
This is literary
that
arts because you said you didn't
manner,
get education.
they
Rape
are
and
both
abortion are, this
evil.
Is comparison, are wrong
Yes.
for the same reason. So
Yes.
these two make this
yes,
a
they
comparison.
are both
comparison.
evil.
Exactly,
Yes,
and like you
you're
said,
correct.
I asked you, were you familiar with the National Center of Biotechnology Information that says a study done since you said God created science, right? So I'll bring you science. Abortion restrictions don't lower rates. Report says so. This is a report.
Okay,
the
so
way that
you
report said-
Googled
no,
something
the
on your
way
phone,
that-
honey.
no, this is
Ma'am,
a
that's what I mean. What
report.
sources should we take
So
then?
look, wait, let me tell you.
Scripture.
So the way that also research works, you want to go to websites that say government issued or organization issued. This is NCBI.gov. So this is government issued, which is one of the highest rates of science reported information you can get. So this is me telling you science.
So the
way
government
no-
issued it, so it's the
one
highest
second,
thing that we
so
can
no,
get.
the government,
nothing to do
the
with that.
government
That's what she just said.
authorizes.
It's not what she
Let me
said.
tell you,
You're not,
literally
you're
that's
not
not what I
listening
said.
to
The
her, and you're
government
pivoting. You guys
authorizes
just you keep
information from
deflecting.
viable sources, reputable sources, and that means that you can use them in ways to show truth. So this isn't religion because not everyone is religious.
What is your point,
like,
ma'am?
Hold on, I'm not done talking. So abortion restrictions don't lower rates. Report says, like you said, you think that reports are going to go down. Because
Well, I don't think abortion should be
abolitionists.
restricted. It should just be gone.
You just said.
Yeah, but ma'am,
You just
what,
said
but that means is
you
you
want it
think it should be
abolished.
illegal, and what
It
he said
should be
earlier,
illegal.
you think it should
Okay,
be illegal,
so
but that
because
won't lower
someone
the rates. When they
illegally
legalized
murders
drugs,
your
when
child-
they legalized drugs, did the rates
Listen,
of drug use
excuse
go
me.
down?
If you
did the rates
if
of
you
drug use go down? You can
illegally
interject
murder
as much
your
as you
child,
want. I know your point too.
if you illegally murder your child, it is still murder.
It is not.
It is.
Ma'am,
absolutely.
when they illegalized drugs, did it lower the rates of drug use?
I don't care if
No,
it
but
lowers
no,
the
I'm
rate.
asking,
It's
did
still
it lower the
illegal.
rates of drug use?
I
No,
absolutely
it put addicts
believe
in
if
jails.
women were prosecuted for murder for
But you're
killing their
wrong.
children.
You're
No,
just-
it's never
you
been done
think
that way.
You believe that.
It has
but
never
it's wrong.
been done that way.
Illegalizing
It
something
has
will not make it
never
just magically
been
go away.
done
And
that
you repeating
way.
the same thing 20 times
It has
doesn't make
never
it
been done that way.
It
So you
has never
can't
been
make
done
a
that way. It
statement
has
on
never been
something
done
that
way.
has never
It has
been
never
done.
been done that way.
You cannot
can't
make
just
a
keep
statement
repeating
on
the same
something
thing.
that has never
Ma'am,
been
you're
done.
repeating the same thing over
As
and over.
are you.
No, the point was
As
you keep
are
bringing
you.
up different
She
sources
aborted
and
that
stuff like
child,
that.
yet
The
she
point
got a
As
longer
are
sentence
you.
than the man that
Abortion-
fucking
abortion
raped
will
her. How
lower
about that?
abortion
It
rates.
will
How does that
not
make sense?
lower abortion rates. It
It
did not.
absolutely will.
When we legalized
If
drugs,
Women are
when we legalized
prosecuted
drugs,
for murdering their children.
ma'am, you keep
They
saying
will.
it, but when we legalized marijuana in the 1960s, did people stop smoking weed? Did anyone stop smoking
No,
weed?
it came
Fuck
back and
no.
became
When
legal.
we legalized psilocybin and LSD,
So do you
did
think,
people stop using
excuse me,
psychedelics?
I have a
No,
question
hold on,
for
I'm
you.
almost
So
done.
do you
Please
think
don't
if
interrupt.
we legalize-
When we illegalized cocaine, did it lower cocaine use?
I have
Absolutely
a question
not.
for you.
And when we
I
illegalized
have,
abortion in
I
states
have a
like
question
Texas.
for you.
I know, but you're not letting me speak and you're not
You've been
listening
speaking.
to me.
I have a
know,
question
but you
for
can't just
you.
interrupt someone when you're
You've
having
been
a conversation.
speaking. I have a
know,
question
but
for
you
you.
haven't answered any of mine.
If we legalized murder, do you think it would
you
go
need to
up?
answer my question
If we
before
legalize
I will
murder,
answer that when you tell me
do you
this.
think it would go
Do you
up?
think that illegalizing abortion will cause less abortions?
Absolutely.
But that's just wrong.
If
we
they're
have brought
prosecuted,
up multiple
if
sources
they
that
are
showed
prosecuted
the same.
for it.
No, it's
Yes,
not. It's just
as
going to put women in jail
murder.
for trying to seek health
No.
care. We literally have
As
brought up the
it has
sources
never
that show
happened before.
that we brought
You
up the
can't
sources
bring up
that prove
sources
that
for
it's
something
not
that
true.
has not yet
so
been
the one
done.
source that you would accept is the Bible.
You have
Nothing
not.
else you would accept other than
you
the Bible.
cannot bring up a
Even
source.
Christians would say
Sir,
that is ridiculous.
You cannot
And
bring
I
up a
guess you have
source
the people
for
standing
something
right
that
here.
has not yet been done.
But it has been done in Texas, where
No.
women are being jailed for seeking.
If we
You
legalize,
are just saying things
if
that
we-
are not
excuse
true.
me,
You're
if
saying
we
things that are not
legalize-
true.
If we legalize murder, will it go up or down?
We're not going to legalize murder because
If-
murder is not abortion, and
Yes,
that's the whole
it
point of me being here.
absolutely
It's not.
is.
It's
Hands
not. You guys
down.
don't care about the women who.
That is not
Okay,
true.
if we could prevent abortion by preventing pregnancies from happening in the first place,
Then go
why
tell
aren't you
men
giving
to
out
stop
free
fucking.
contraceptives? Why aren't you going to the
If
Cleveland
people
Rape
got
Crisis
married
Center?
and had
Imagine
children
if you
within
helped
marriage,
people.
we wouldn't
Imagine
have
if you
those
helped
problems.
people.
We do
Imagine
help
Imagine
people.
how many people
There's
you could
foster
help.
care, there's abortion.
I know,
there's
but you're
all
not at a
kinds of
foster care
reasons.
center. You're nowhere
I have all
helping
kinds
women.
of, I do
You're out
absolutely
here
help
trying
women.
to proselytize, which is
How
what
do you
this
know
is about.
what I do?
How do I know what you do? Because you're out here with the signs, with your crocodile
So
tears
you
and
have
all
no
your Christian
idea
bullshit.
if I help foster,
No,
if
I
I
do
help,
know,
but
because
you
you're right here
absolutely
when you
do
could
not
be.
that.
He said he
You
hasn't.
don't know
you
that.
Could, you could be
But
downtown
we have
helping
friends
people
that
at the Cleveland.
foster, and we do
Oh,
help
so you
them.
have friends, but
And
you're
we
not
do
helping
help
anyone.
them.
But you're not helping anyone.
I
Why aren't
absolutely
you
am
at the
helping
Cleveland Rape
them.
Crisis Center helping women?
I
Why
have
aren't you
been
giving
at
out free
crisis centers.
Then
I
why don't you-
liaison
why
at
aren't
my
you giving
church
out-
for the
Why
crisis
aren't you giving
centers.
out
If you actually
condoms
give a
then
fuck, why
to
are you
prevent
standing
abortions
here
in the
Because I
first
don't
place?
believe that people should be having sex outside of marriage.
Okay,
A
but
condom
ma'am,
is not for
your
sex
beliefs
outside of marriage.
and
A
your
condom
beliefs
is
are not
protect,
going to shape
the
reality.
semen
It's
from
going to
getting the
happen.
egg.
I know what a
It's
condom
still
is,
going to
ma'am.
happen.
So what are you talking
It's still
about?
going to happen,
Again,
though. And
why
I
do
agree.
you
Like sex
say
outside of
something
marriage,
about all
you know,
these- all
when
these,
people
like,
should wait till they're
fucking
mature.
topics,
That's
why aren't you actually doing
that's a
something? Why are you
very
being
big
college
commitment to make, and I agree with that. But if we're out here and we're just holding signs and we're not actually committing to our actions, like, you know what?
Then
At-
if
to
you
a
have
point, like,
sex,
I would
you should
agree.
be committing to the action of
You
if
have
that
right,
produces
but
a
that-
child, you
right,
raise it.
but like, let's talk reality now instead
That
of
is
like
reality.
utopia.
So then
No,
we don't
it's not,
murder the
because-
child
Instead,
because
if
we
you
don't
abolish
want to care
abortions,
for it.
Then the abortion
Ma'am,
rates will go
it
down.
should
That's
be
not
that
true.
way.
It's
I agree.
unfactual. I
It
just showed
should
you
be that
why.
way. That
You
men
still
are,
disagree.
stay in relationships and aren't absent. But that's just not the
So
reality
we don't
of
murder
the
the child
situation.
because we don't want to
But
take
it's
care
not
of
a
it.
child. It's a fetus.
It's a child.
That's
But
not
a
how
fetus
it works.
means
Means small
First of all,
child.
But
that's
it
the most
doesn't.
ignorant
It
thing
does.
you
It
can
In
do.
doesn't.
Latin,
Like,
that's
You
what it
don't
means.
have an
But
abortion
it
because you don't
doesn't.
want to take care
Okay,
of a
but
child.
guess what? We don't speak Latin. We're speaking English.
It doesn't
honey.
matter. That's still
No,
what
it
it
does
means.
matter. It does matter.
That's
Because
still what it
language
means
changes
because
over time.
words have
Language
definition.
changes over time.
What
though.
does it mean?
It means a something that is within a
It
woman.
means small child.
It's something that's okay. Congratulations, Charlie Kirk. We all saw the clip too. Like, we don't speak
Literally.
Latin anymore.
It
And
doesn't
the
matter.
difference-
Words still
Okay, yeah, a
have
fetus
meaning.
goes to
Couldn't even tell the
kindergarten.
difference
It,
between an
it's,
adult
fetus
and
goes
words
to
a
kindergarten.
still have
A
meaning.
fetus, right? A fetus
Words
breastfeeds
still
and goes
have
to
meaning.
kindergarten
It
and
means small
speaks
child.
and moves. A fetus moves around. Like,
Okay.
my only point is, if you guys actually cared about supporting women, or supporting women from avoiding this in the first place, you wouldn't be out here proselytizing to random college kids who are actually getting a degree, which neither of you did, yet you want to talk about biology like you're a scientist.
Well, I know that a sperm doesn't make a baby all by itself.
Correct.
Like biology.
Correct. And a fetus.
Human biology or
Is
anything?
the argument here over the legalization of abortion or over the value of the human being in the womb? What's
Both,
the argument?
apparently.
My
I
argument,
did take AP biology, so I can
my
rely on
argument.
it.
Okay, congrats, AP biology.
Okay.
Like, bro, we all took APs.
Great,
Here's
so
the other thing.
what's
My point is that through illegalization of abortion, which is what they are advocating for,
I believe
the
that women
only
should
thing-
be prosecuted as
right,
murderers
the
for
only
killing
thing
their
that will
children.
happen is one, the same number of women will get abortions.
I don't
That has
believe
been
that.
proven.
It hasn't been
She doesn't
proven
think so.
because women have never been prosecuted as
Unfortunately,
murderers
they
for
have.
killing. They have
They
not.
have
They
in
have
states
not.
where it's illegal. And
They have not.
unfortunately, she refuses to accept any source other than the Bible. So we can't speak reason with her.
So let's just talk
Because
about
she
biology.
doesn't believe science to be a thing unless the Bible certifies it.
So
I absolutely believe in science.
No, you don't. I just showed you science. You didn't believe it.
Yeah, literally. That life begins at conception. Are you familiar? Are you?
Okay.
And then
No,
fetus
I'm not,
doesn't
but
even mean small
I'm not,
child.
but
It
I
means
am
offspring.
interested.
I'm just
I
saying
just looked it up.
96% of biologists have.
So you don't speak Latin, So stop bringing up
Well, I'm not
life.
talking about